gave me his cell phone. So his cell phone is what the object for this Sunday. So in everybody's cell phone, you have numbers. You have phone numbers for friends. You have phone numbers for family. Steve uses his phone for work. Whenever he goes out on a job, the bridge is what he calls it. They give him instructions on things to look for and things that he has to do. And if he doesn't do that, he's in trouble. He doesn't get paid. While I was looking for things to go along with the cell phone, I found a story about God's telephone number. Did you know that God has a telephone number? I figured you did. This story is provided by Brother Marvin Phillips. She sat there in her wheelchair, badly handicapped, but with a radiant smile on her face. "Don't you ever feel down?" asked the preacher. "Doesn't your handicap bother you and discourage you?" "Oh no," she replied with a smile. "You see, I have God's telephone number. I can call him up anytime I want to. His line is never busy. He always answers the phone himself, and he always has the answers to all of my problems." God's telephone number? Huh. What do you mean you have God's telephone number? "I have it all right," she said. "It's Jeremiah 33, verse 3. That's where God says, 'Call to me, and I will answer you, and show you great and mighty things which you do not know.'" Wow, it's right there. God has promised to answer. He will do things beyond our imagination if we just call. Psalms 50, verse 17 says, "And call on me in the day of trouble. I will deliver you, and you will honor me." Psalms 91:15 says, "When you call to me, I will answer you. I will be with you in trouble. I will save you and honor you." So those are verses from the Old Testament. And I decided to look at the New Testament to see what verses I could find there. And the one that really stood out was 1 Thessalonians 5:17. And it says, "Pray continually."
What favorites?
Mine too. I have a story from the New Testament. It's Acts 12, 1 through 19. And I'm going to need a little bit of help telling it. So when I get to a certain part, I'll give you a cue. I'll say it with you. But you have to say, "You're out of your mind." So let's practice. You're out of your mind. Oh, that was horrible. Come on.
That was too easy.
You're out of your mind.
You're out of your mind.
Now listen, I know that there's more here than just shame. Come on. You're out
Out
of your mind. And I also need you to say, "It must be his angel."
It must be easy.
It must be his angel. All right, we'll try this and see how things go. It was about this time that King Herod arrested some who belonged to the church, intending to persecute them. He had James, the brother of John, put to death with a sword. And when he saw that this meant the approval of the Jews, he proceeded to seize Peter also. This happened during the festival of unleavened bread. After arresting him, he put him in prison, handing him over to be guarded by 4 squads of 4 soldiers each. Herod intended to bring him out for public trial after the Passover, so Peter was kept in prison. But the church was earnestly praying to God for him. The night before Herod was to bring him to trial, Peter was sleeping between 2 soldiers, bound with 2 chains, and sentries stood guard at the entrance. Suddenly, an angel of the Lord appeared, and a light shone in the cell. He struck Peter on the side and woke him up. "Quick, get up," he said, and the chains fell off. of Peter's wrists. Then the angel said to him, "Put on your clothes and sandals." And Peter did so. "Wrap your cloak around you and follow me," the angel told him. Peter followed him out of the prison, but he had no idea that what the angel was doing was really happening. He thought he was seeing a vision. They passed the first and the second guards and came to the iron gate leading to the city. It opened for them by itself, and they went through it. When they walked the length of one street, suddenly the angel left them. Then Peter came to himself and said, "Now I know without a doubt that the Lord has sent his angel and rescued me from Herod's clutches and from everything the Jewish people were hoping would happen." When this had dawned on him, he went to the house of Mary, the mother of John, also called Mark, where many people had gathered and were praying. Peter knocked at the door, and a servant named Rhoda came to answer the door. When she recognized Peter's voice, she was so overjoyed, she ran back without opening it and exclaimed, "Peter is at the door." "Okay, need your help." "You're out of your mind."
You're out of your mind.
Thank you. They told her. When she kept insisting that it was so, they said, "It must be his angel." But Peter kept on knocking, and when they opened the door and saw him, they were astonished. Peter motioned with his hands for them to be quiet, and then described how the Lord had brought him out of prison. "Tell James and the other brothers and sisters about this," he said, and then he left for another place. In the morning, there was no small commotion among the soldiers as to what had become of Peter. After Herod had a thorough search made for him and did not find him, he cross-examined the guards and ordered that they be executed. Then Herod went from Judea to Caesarea and stayed there. And the reason why I love this story so much is that Peter was in jail. They already killed another one of the disciples with the sword. They didn't know what was going to happen with Peter. So they were all gathered together and they were praying. They were calling on the Lord. When Peter was released from jail, they didn't believe it. I mean, they were just what like I would be sometimes. God answers, and I just don't expect to be answered the way he does, and I'm totally astonished. Anyway, now that we know what God's phone number is, and his phone number is Jeremiah 33:3. And the song I have today is "I Will Call Upon the Lord," and that's found in two places. It's found in Psalms 18 verse 3 and 2 Samuel 22:4.
Hi, Sugar.